Welcome back. A brand new poll out of the state of Iowa shows Bernie Sanders closing the gap on Hillary Clinton. The former Secretary of State has lost a third of her supporters in that state since May. She now leads Sanders by just 7 points.
Imagine that. But could the biggest winner here be Joe Biden? Is the vice president waiting in the wings right now? We're going to ask Director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics, Larry Sabato. Good morning to you, Larry.
Good morning.
Okay, so when you look at these numbers here, I mean, since May, Clinton's support has dropped by nearly 20 points. And Sanders has risen 25 since January. What are you seeing here? And is this the door opening now, really, for Joe Biden to get in?
Yeah, there's a real trend there, isn't there? I don't think you need a political analyst to tell you what the trend is. I tell you, Hillary Clinton is lucky that Iowa and New Hampshire are not being held in September, because I think she'd lose both of them. And that would be obviously very bad news, though certainly she's better positioned in other states. But this is a signal. It's a direct signal to Joe Biden to run. Now, whether he takes the signal or he feels up to taking the signal is another question. If he goes with his head, he probably won't run because the odds are heavily against him actually winning. He doesn't have the money and organization. But if he goes with his heart, because he knows this is the last chance he'll ever have to be president, then he'll run.
A lot of Democrats obviously aren't satisfied with the one choice they have, Hillary, but it seems like the party has changed out from under Biden. Here's a white man in his 70s who goes to Mass every day, who's close to organized labor. That's not the profile of a modern Democratic leader, is it?
Democrats, particularly in the early primaries and caucuses, tend to be more liberal than Biden. And as you know, Tucker, Biden was once considered one of the great liberals of the Senate. He was there forever. He got elected at age 29 in 1972. So, yeah, the profile of the Democratic Party has changed. But in terms of Biden, I think he gets a pass on a lot of things, or would get a pass on a lot of things, because he was Barack Obama's running mate twice.
Now, would he be the person, though, to change this? Because according to a recent Quinnipiac poll that asked how satisfied are you with the way things are going in the nation, only 2% said that they were very satisfied, Larry. So he's waiting now. We don't know how long he's going to wait to decide what he's going to do. But is he the person to get in there and change these numbers around?
Well, since he's part of the government, you know, the vice president is standby equipment, but it's still an important part of the government. I don't know if he's the one to change it. You know, the pollster said, I think accurately, that we're now all like the Rolling Stones. We can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah.
The 71% who are dissatisfied deeply or angry clearly want some change, and it kind of explains some of the things happening on the Republican side.
Sure.
It explains why there's so much support for candidates who come outside of government and politics.
Well,
Trump,
speaking
Carson,
of, really quickly, Larry, what do you make of Ben Carson's ascent? Do you take it seriously?
Of course I take it seriously, because you have to pay attention to what people are doing and saying. And he's risen up without any melodramatic statements, without any drama. He's a quiet guy, although he's saying important things. He's a quiet guy. So I think he scores with people on the personal characteristics, and they also, on the Republican side, like what he's saying.
Yeah, thoughtful man. Larry Sabato, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Larry.